Yeah. Ha! Yeah, I'm so special, I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. I'm like Ichigo, master in a red suit. This my Bankai form, I'm about to let loose. Better make your next move your best move. Straight out the gate, niggas gon' hate and try to test you. Watch who you with, who your mans, who you next to. If you take a hit with son assist like a nephew,
you can never check us. Homie, this a chess move. Wrote this on a little short bus, I'm so special. If Mav say get him, I'ma get him. Ain't no talking when I pull up. Park up, hop out, run down with my hood up. Now what the fuck are you hating for? Can't DFG get money anymore?
Turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
I just think that if someone sits down with you on the platform, I mean, just like with Keefe D, like when Keefe D sat down with me, and then when he got arrested 4 years later, when Las Vegas PD kept calling me, asking me for the raw footage, I never cooperated. I'm like, nah, I'm not giving you this. You know, you guys could try. You guys could try to get it. But I don't think you can, because I have freedom of the press.
Right.
And I don't have to release this footage that hasn't been out. Not to say there's anything on there anyways, but my thing is I'm not going to cooperate with someone who sat on my platform to then hurt them
to
after.
hurt someone that's not selling.
Yeah, no, that's not what we're about. And you know, at one point there was a Jimmy Henchman interview that they tried to do that with, and I spent $10,000. You know, on legal fees, fighting them to prevent them from trying to get the original footage. And ultimately, they weren't able to get it. You know, now Jimmy ended up having his retrial, which he ended up losing. But, you know, he's doing double life. But our footage never came into that trial. See what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. You know, he was convicted otherwise, but it had nothing to do with us.
Has your footage been in any trials?
The only trial that I'm familiar with it being in, and this hasn't happened, of course, is the Keefe D situation. So there's a reasonable chance that if it goes to trial, if he doesn't plead out, then his Vlad TV interview will probably be part of that.
You ain't feel uncomfortable putting that footage out with Keefe D?
No, because he had a book
that's
already.
Right.
The book was already on Amazon, and he was willing to talk about what was in the book. Before the interview, I said, "Are you willing to talk about what's in the book?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, then."
I mean,
he learned the harsh lesson. He was like, "I don't read. I gotta go on blast." I've been trying to tell y'all for years.
Yeah, and he was promoting. We had a link.
But he was though.
Yeah, no, we had a link to the book in the description. I'm sure he sold a lot of copies.
We had a link to the book.
No, but I'm saying when you seen him get arrested, like, how did you feel when you seen him get arrested for that?
I wasn't happy.
He wasn't surprised even though.
I wasn't. I was.
You weren't.
Honestly, a little bit sad that happened. Because it's just like, because this is so long after the fact. He's an older man. He had a proffer agreement, which I think that he went into it thinking that proffer agreement protected him. My goal was, as a Tupac, as a big Tupac fan, was to try to get the real story out there, because there were so many conspiracies around Tupac's murder. Right. Suge had him killed. The government had him killed. He's still alive somewhere. Like a lot of that is bullshit. And I think that it was important to get the real story out there and to explain to people that there's actions and repercussions. Tupac should not have done what he did to Orlando. And there was a very harsh repercussion afterwards. I mean, you could look at I couldn't really get too deep into it because he didn't want to talk about it, but the Quando Rondo situation with King Von was very similar to the Tupac situation. Von took it upon himself to go attack a guy without provocation, and that guy was somebody. He had people around him that was willing to respond with deadly force.
Right.
And ultimately, Lil Tim wasn't charged because of Georgia Stand Your Ground law. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was very similar. You go and put your hands on somebody for no reason, you can't predict what the outcome is going to be of that.
Right.
You're coming into it with a fist fight. Ends up being a gun battle. And one of Von's people, this guy named Sleddy, was killed also. People don't talk about that. There was actually 2 murders 2 deaths that occurred, and then, you know, Track got shot. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, old Block Louis, he got shot in the head. I interviewed him. His head is all swollen up. He was in a coma. Like, it was such a horrible situation because someone wanted to be tough and show that they're, you know, they could smack you up in front of other people. And that was the whole thing, you know, coming back to the Keefe D situation. It's like, look, this is what happened. Pac should not have done what he did. And ultimately, these are the repercussions of doing things like that. You know, there's always going to be someone tougher than you. There's always going to be someone crazier than you. There's going to be someone deadlier than you.
Right.
It doesn't matter how many people you got with you. If they got the drop, they got the drop.
Right.
You know, like, what's his name? You know, when I interviewed him about the Jay-Z stabbing.
Right.
He was like, yeah, listen, you know, I'm from the streets. I got into shootouts. I sold drugs, whatever. But the drop is the drop. Right. They got the drop on me. I got stabbed up.
How do you handle people blaming you for artists going to jail after an interview?
Well, but that's the internet for you. The internet is going to create a false narrative because it sounds good. I had nothing to do with A.R. Ab's conviction. Ab will tell you that. Nothing in the interview was used in his trial. I had nothing in Casanova's conviction. Nothing that he said had anything to do with this case. But when someone, you know, like for example, Pee Wee Longway just got arrested. Oh, it's that Vlad interview from 10 years ago. The Vlad interview has him denying everything. He's saying, I'm not a gangster. No, I'm a school guy. Like, you know, it was a funny interview because he denied everything.
Right.
But of course, it's Vlad's fault that he gets hemmed up over a drug charge with some cartel dudes or whatever else. The fuck I know about that? Like, I haven't even talked to him since then.
Wow.
So it just comes with the territory. And, you know, it gets annoying at first, but now it's like, okay, whoever gets arrested, if there's a Vlad TV interview, I will be the reason for that arrest. And a certain number of people will run with that narrative. And that's fine.
I know you'd be like,
I know that that's not actually the case. And I know that I don't cooperate with the police against people, you know, who I've interviewed and so forth. I know that, and I've yet to see someone disprove that.
Well, no, that's the reason I asked how many cases, how many times you think it's
Like
coming
I said,
up.
that's the only one.
And it's not even a thing yet.
Technically, it's 0.
Right.
Technically, right now, it's 0. But I'm saying there's a reasonable chance that if Keefe goes to trial, which I think he will, because at his age, a plea deal would ultimately be life in prison based on the charges, which is murder. So I think he's going to go to trial. And there's a reasonable chance that interview will be used in that, as well as all the other interviews he did, like, you know, Art of Dialogue, Cam Capone, BET. I'd heard that he spoke a bunch of shit on a hot mic and you know, when he did BET, and they've handed that over to Las Vegas PD.
Wow.
I heard that. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be all the stuff that he did ultimately, you know.
Right, I'm gonna give you something. This is from me to you as a person, okay?
Let's go.
Black people respect paperwork, especially anybody that's
Paperwork?
ever been arrested.
Paperwork.
So anytime they go, yo, Vlad, you sit down, you go, show me the paperwork.
Yeah.
Right? That's how you shut it all down.
Yeah, show me the paperwork that I cooperated. Show me the paperwork where my interview was used.
If I was you, I would pull out my little 10,000 that I spent fighting and be like, yeah, I can show you my paperwork.
Yeah.
I'm just standing.
No, but
does it feed the narrative that people already have in their mind?
You know, one thing about bad publicity is that to somebody, it's good.
There's no such thing as bad.
There's no such. It's always going to be 50-50.
Bro,
That's why it's a fight.
the cops are watching.
Watching her.
Everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And if he's got the most popping show, they're watching him the most.
Yeah.
Right? And if the interviews that he's doing, people are talking a little bit extra, then they're watching that too.
Right.
But it doesn't mean he's cooperating.
Right. No, not at all.
It just means that's a source of information.
Yeah, but at a trial, right? To present that to any kind of a jury, to say that, well, we have him saying XYZ, they would have to say that they had it from this platform at this time.
If YouTube is wide open, then
then they would take it. Right, they would take it.
They don't have to say, hey, such and such gave it to blah.
No, not gave it to him, but used. But
they can do that.
But who fault is that?
Yeah, but they've never used his footage.
It's not a fault.
That's I'm saying, like, artists get on these platforms and they go crazy.
Yeah, it's their fault.
Then niggas blame the host.
So for example,
how you blame the host for the shit you said?
Right. So for example, Tasha K made a video saying that I get interviews and before I publish them, I send them to the police because I really hate black people. So me and my lawyer had to approach her and said, This is not true. And there's going to be legal ramifications if you don't take this down. Fuck you, I ain't taking shit down. 30 minutes later, okay, fine, I took it down. I hope you're happy, talking tough to a woman or something, but she took it down because she knew it was bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you already lost the case with, Cardi B, I mean, do you want a new one with me?
She took down something on me before.
I
just don't.
A lot of these people I'll be watching be having mental health issues.
Yeah.
For real.
But people like to watch burning bridges.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining.
If the Brooklyn Bridge was on fire right now, you probably
it'd be a crowd like 4th of July.
Wow.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Everyone who has Diddy content,
you gotta get close to that shit.
Like
right now,
fucking idiots.
Like right now, for example, like my biggest interview right now on the channel, which is about to hit 1 million views on the full interview, is Roger Bonds, which is like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 months old. But this is the most detailed interview about someone who firsthand saw all the Diddy abuse with Cassie and other women, with Kim Porter and other employees and so forth like that. So yeah, like suddenly it's going crazy.
Yeah.
Because of what's happening with Diddy, with him getting arrested. There's one thing, he's gonna get charged, he's gonna be this. But once he hit jail, okay, suddenly anyone who has Diddy content, the content is going crazy.
Now, I gotta ask you this question.
They say money change niggas. If you a real nigga, ain't gonna change much about you. But it will bring some snakes around you. Pray for counsel when you find out what that cake amount to. Lord, I'm so thankful for your blessing. I ain't stressing cause I'm focused on the cash route. Say he's still working overtime, but I pay him no mind, and that's probably what he mad about. I be hopping on planes, touching clouds while these haters and these thirsty ass bitches trying to grab clout. Praying to you please keep the police off me if I ever gotta take one of their ass out.